What's up? What's up, my girl? Tracy, you made it. Appreciate you. Well, I don't know who's coming, but I ain't gonna hold y'all long. Mm-hmm. Been sipping some wine tonight. Oh, kind of went everywhere. Well, hey y'all. Welcome to Kena's Corner. I'm your girl Kena, and I thank you sincerely for being here in my corner. Tonight is episode 8. We made it. We made it. Episode 8. Before I get started, y'all let me know you're in here. I see Trace. What up, my girl? I see you. Y'all let me know who's in here. Y'all give me a comment. Go ahead and like the video, please. If you come back at a later date and watch it, give me a share, subscribe, and all that good stuff. Please, for me, I'd appreciate it. Give me a comment and all that good stuff. Let me know how you're feeling about it. My girl, my girls, what's happening? Oh, look at that. All right. Well, hey, y'all. Who's it? It's Allison, Nicole, and Randall. Appreciate y'all for coming. Appreciate y'all for coming. And go ahead and give me a like. I'd appreciate it while you in here. Anybody that's listening to me, if you listen to me on podcast sites, I will have it uploaded after I finish here. On those as well, I ask that you rate the show and leave me a review if you feel necessary. I'd appreciate that too. So, um, anybody if you come in, of course I'll catch it at the end. I'm not gonna stop what I'm saying and lose my train of thought and confuse somebody. So, episode 8. You read the title, or if you read the title of this video in particular, it says you got played. Now what? You got played. Now what? So, do you seek revenge? Do you try to get your lick back? I would advise no. Two wrongs don't make a right. Somebody's got to be the bigger person. Also, like I've stated before, you should not be okay hurting other people. I don't care if they did hurt you. I don't care if they did do it to you. I don't care if you're trying to do or hurt them like they hurt you. Somebody's got to be the bigger person. So no, I do not recommend that. I recommend, and that can mean literally, mentally in your mind. Move. And what you think, what your brain has processed is going to happen. If you've moved in your mind, your body is going to follow. So move literally and mentally. I mean, it's up to you. If you get your lick back, if you think it's gonna make you feel better, then do you. But I don't recommend it. Um, yeah, they hurt you, but trying to hurt them like they hurt you is not gonna make you feel any better. It does not make you a better person. You trying to get your lick back. What you've got to do is trust in God to get your justice. I hope you heard that. Trust in God to get your justice. Trust in God to vindicate you because He will. Trust in God to vindicate you. I've got to tell you and be honest with you though, it is very hard. It's extremely hard. Extremely hard. You've got to learn to forgive, and a lot of times from another address, you can forgive people and move. Literally, you should forgive them. You have to forgive them. You can forgive people and move to another address. You can do that from another address. You trusting in God to get your justice for you, it's hard. It's not easy, but it is doable. It is doable. Um, for me, there have been a bunch of times, where I wanted revenge. If I'm gonna be straight up honest with you, I wanted revenge. I wanted to comment on certain things. I wanted to tell my side of the story. Um, but like, what does it solve? It really don't solve nothing because people are gonna believe what they want to believe anyway. So what does it solve? It literally solves not a thing. Um, I've been in a place, and this is straight up honesty, me always being transparent with you guys. I've been in a place where anyone who hurt me, I wanted them to hurt too. The same way they hurt me, I wanted them to hurt. The same amount of tears I cried, I wanted them to cry too. I wanted to do things like physically to people. But then again, I had to sit and realize that wasn't right. I wanted people to cry just as much as I had. I wanted them to feel like even an ounce of what I had gone through. But that is not right, y'all. One day it did actually hit me. And me sitting around waiting for somebody to hurt or even pain or me sitting waiting for someone to go through pain. I should not be cool with wanting to see someone hurt, even though they hurt me. That's what the forgiveness about. One day it hit me, and I knew that God would get my justice for me. I knew that He would vindicate me. I knew He would do that. I knew I wouldn't have to lift a finger. I knew I wouldn't have to say anything. I knew that I could be quiet and He would speak for me. I knew He would do that for me. I didn't have to do anything to anybody, although I felt like it. I definitely felt like it. I knew one day that my test would become a testimony, my mess would become my message, and it is. I knew I would make it out. The only thing with God is you just don't know when, but that's where the faith and the trust come in. Trust that God will get your justice for you. He will, but you've got to take your hands off of the situation if you got to let Him do it for you. You trying to hurt somebody else is not going to make the situation better. There is no point in going back and forth with somebody who, like, y'all's concerns should not even be each other anymore. Y'all not together. What is the point of going back and forth with this person? There is no point. And you've got to understand, I've had to learn this, okay? I've had to learn this. Some people know how to purposely play on your emotions. Again, some people know how to purposely play on your emotions. Know that if this person can trigger you, they still have some sort of power over you. I hope you caught that. If they can trigger you, they have some sort of power over you, and nobody deserves to have power over you. Choose peace. Peace. I want my peace now. I'm not going to do all the damn arguing, going back and forth for what? What does it prove? What does it solve? If they can trigger you, if 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 they know they can trigger you, they play on your emotions. They know how to make you send a 3-page letter cussing them out, or a 3-page essay in a text message cursing them out, or they can make you run a Facebook, or they can make you angry. They still got you. They know that they have some grip on you still. You do not let people have power over you in that way. You don't. Protect your peace. Peace. Nobody deserves that type of power over you. Nobody. You have to know that some people want your attention, whether it's negative or positive. Some people want your attention. I don't care how they get it. If they can make you curse them out, they got your attention, and they know they have something, some type of grip on you still. They still have some power over you. They still have power over you. Nobody deserves that. Um, if they can piss you off, they have it. You have to focus on taking your power back. Please know that no reaction is a reaction. You not responding is a reaction. You not replying to that message is a reaction. You not going back and forth on social media, on Facebook, on a post that everybody is looking at and commenting on. It's a reaction. Let them make a fool out of themselves. You going back and forth. What is the point? Trust me, I've had to learn this for myself. There is no point. There's no point. I promise you. Thank me later. It's no point in it. Now I try my damnedest to sit and be quiet. Literally, like I said, I've tried to let God fight for me. I've tried to sit and be quiet. And while you're sitting around waiting on somebody to hurt, their life is moving forward and yours is not, because you're stuck on how they hurt you. You're focused on their life. And I promise you, there is no growth there. There's none, no growth there. Not in that place. It's a hindrance to you. It's going to keep you stuck. It's going to keep you stagnant because you're so focused on this person hurting you. Don't stay stuck in the hurt. You've got to forgive and let it go. Okay? Forgive and let it go. Breakups and divorces, it should be a time for you, a time for healing and self-reflection. That time should be for you. Just hear what I'm saying. Breakups or divorces is not a time for you to place blame. And no, I'm not disregarding your pain. I've been there and I'm telling you, it hurts like hell. I get it. The shit hurts. It hurts. I'm not disregarding whatever pain you feel, you felt, you're still going through. I get it. I'm not disregarding it, but because I know it hurts, I've been in it. It's excruciating pain, it's physical pain. But you have to accept what was done to you. And at some point, you've got to move on. Feel what I'm saying? At some point, you've got to move on. You cannot sit there and stay stuck because somebody hurt you. It might not be the last person to hurt you. You can't stay stuck there. If you do, you're not going to prosper. You're going to stay bitter and mad. You don't want to be there. Breakups and divorce is not a time to immediately hop into another relationship. This is not the time for that. This is for the time for you to sit still and heal your wounds. When you don't, you're going to take those same wounds to another person. Sit still and heal your wounds. Breakups and divorces is not a time to sleep around trying to see if you still got it, if you're still wanted. Catch that one. I've needed to, or I've learned this one myself. That's why I'm speaking on it. Another moment of transparency coming from me. Months after my marriage, after it ended, I did this. I sought out comfort and attention in other men just to prove to myself that I still had it, that somebody still wanted me. I tried to find that comfort in other men, and I did. And deep down, honestly, I knew within my heart I was not ready. I was not ready, but I did it anyway, just to prove a point to myself. I did. And honestly, it meant nothing to me. Honest to God, it meant nothing to me. To me, it was just sex. And I hate, if you know me, like for real, behind this camera and everything, I hate meaningless sex. I don't see a purpose in sleeping with somebody who's not mine. I do value myself more than that. I really hate it. That's all it was for me, just sex. I did feel better after I did it. Right at the moment, I was like, yeah, I still got it, but I did not feel better. The sex still couldn't fill the hole in my heart that I should have been healing. It couldn't fill that hole. I'm trying to heal, or I should have been trying to heal my heart. But that's not the way at first that I sought it out. But now I'm proud to say I've been celibate almost 2 years. I'm very proud of that. I've been celibate almost 2 years, and I'm at peace. And I'm at peace. It really gets no better than that for me. I mean, it really gets no better than that for me. Also, breakups and divorces is not a time to place blame on yourself, and you're going to. You are going to because it's in you. You're human. You're going to do it. It's who we are. At the end of my marriage, I never got an apology. I still haven't gotten one. And but I understand now that I don't need it. I do not need it. Like I've said, disrespect is your closure. That's all the closure you need. If you sit around waiting for an explanation, closure, an apology, learn to move on without it because you may not ever get it. And then once you do get it, who's to say it's going to make you feel better? There is no guarantee. We have to learn to move on without an apology, closure, or an explanation that we may never get. You've got to learn how to move on. It's for you. So you telling me your stage just stuck for years because you never got an apology from somebody. They never said they were sorry. They never explained themselves. They never gave you closure. It's something to think about. I don't see why you would want to. And I understand it hurts, but I still don't see why you would want to stay there. But the thing is, like after you're not receiving an apology or closure, it's gonna start to bother you. It will. You'll actually start to think maybe it was something that I actually did. It's going to bother you. And that happened to me. After so long, I was like, well, maybe I did do something wrong, because, it just, I never got an apology for it. It seemed like he's so mad. Maybe it was something that I did. Y'all, an apology, an explanation or closure is not going to fix that situation. Whatever they did to you, you know you didn't deserve it. That disrespect is your closure. Move on. Point blank and period. Breakups and divorces, it is a time to focus on you though. It's a time to focus on you. Nurture yourself. Exercise. Go take a walk. Read. Journal. Listen to music. Um, Pray. Right? Read the Bible. That's been helping me. That's what I've been doing lately. Honest to God, I read the Bible, try to read the Bible every day. It's been helping. It takes my mind off of something, and I'm doing something positive as well. Do something to nurture yourself. It may not be how you're feeling the next. And literally, moment. I remember, I remember times. It's funny now, but it was funny then. I remember times like I was, happy and jolly in one moment, and I was like, I'm good. I probably actually needed this breakup. I'm good. I don't need him. And then the next minute, I was crying, like boohooing, like uncontrollably, like crying. And that is normal. It's a process. Know that it's a process, y'all. Give yourself time to go through it. And don't let anybody tell you how long it should take you either. Don't let anybody tell you how long it should take you. It is a process, y'all. It's a process. It's okay to not be okay. I just suggest that you don't stay in a not okay place for too long. The not okay place should be temporary, not permanent. Okay? Temporary, not permanent. You will make it out of that temporary place too, the not okay place, only if you keep going. You've got to keep going. Also, breakups and divorces, what you should not do, or what is not a time to do. Avoid alcohol and substances. And what I mean is, of course, an occasional drink is fine. But what I'm saying is, you may try to drink your pain away or whatever kind of substance. You may try to, you know, get high or whatever to make your pain go away. But the thing is, when you sober up, what is still there? The pain is still there. It's still going to be there for you to remember. Avoid it because it's still not going to help you heal. You've got to heal sober. And it's very simple, but it's also complex. Heal sober. Um, what you do want to do is get back to you. Do things that you once enjoyed doing. Maybe before you even met that person. Do things that you once enjoyed doing. Spend time with your kids. Kids will take your mind off a lot. They will take your mind off a lot. Familiarize yourself with being alone, not doing everything with your person. Familiarize yourself with getting back to yourself. Get back to you. Get back to yourself. I would also, after a divorce or a breakup, I would advise to stay away from social media. I would advise it immediately. Immediately following my separation or divorce, whatever you want to call it, I blocked my ex, blocked him because I didn't want to see. I didn't want to see everything that they had going on, but I still saw it. I still was able to see it. And I don't mean me going to search for it or everything, but I'm just letting you know it may be best for you because I'm letting you know your heart will not be ready for the things that they're posting. Your heart will not be ready for that. It's like you're gonna see these things and they're gonna hurt you. Your wound is still fresh, it's still open. It's like you're still bleeding. And every time you see something, every time you hear something, it's gonna hurt you deeper, it's gonna cut you deeper, and it's gonna make your healing a longer process. And honestly, you're gonna see them moving on, living life. Everything that you were promised that you thought you would have, somebody else is getting it. That's what you're going to feel like at the beginning. I'm telling you that your heart is not ready to see those things. Like even when for me, when I blocked my ex, people still sent me things. People still sent me things. I didn't see it at the moment, but oh my God, it pissed me off. Not them sending me things, but the things that I saw. It pissed me off. It hurt me. I felt a lot of different emotions. I used to see all kind of sorts of pictures and different posts and stuff, and it pissed me off. And a lot of the people sending the pictures, I don't really think they meant any harm, but at the time they really didn't know it was hurting me. Well, if this happens to you or it has happened to you, you've got to kind of put your foot down and be like, look, I'm trying to heal. I really don't need to see that. It's not good for me to see that. I don't want to see that. It ain't gonna do nothing but piss me off or make me get in a place where I just feel like I want to go cry again. And you probably been crying all day anyway. Um, this is a time your break you have. This is a time to forgive the one who hurt you. Give yourself. It's also a time to take accountability. Accountability. A lot of people know nothing about accountability, y'all. That is when you can take responsibility for your actions. A lot of people know nothing about it. Here's a time when you've got to ask yourself some questions after your divorce, after your breakup, during your separation. Questions like, am I able to effectively communicate what I need? Ladies, men, I know you know this, but I'm going to tell you anyway because you need to hear it. Men can't read your mind. Honestly, it's probably better that you go ahead and tell him what you need and what you want exactly how you want it. They can't read your mind. Do I communicate effectively? Also, when you look back, was there anything you could have done that contributed to problems in your marriage, in your relationship? For me, yes, absolutely. When I look back, me looking back, I was able to sit with myself and be accountable. When a relationship or a marriage ends, it should never be one sided. And what I mean is, it was never completely somebody's that one person's fault. If it is, somebody cannot somewhere cannot take accountability, right? You should be able to sit and look at yourself and be, something like that you learn from, that you learned about yourself, that you know you don't want to do anymore. You should be able to do that. That's called accountability. I'm not asking you to blame yourself or beat yourself up, but you do have to take accountability. It'll only help you grow and better prepare you for whatever is next. If it means singleness, if it means a relationship, if it means marriage, you've got to sit with yourself and try to work on it. Oh, so I realized how my personal flaws could cause stress, or when I speak on accountability, another moment of transparency. I've said it before, but not in really in depth. Um, I was extremely codependent and clingy. Those are not good. When What I mean by clingy, if you are in a relationship, whoever you are, and like you depend on this person for everything, you lose yourself in your relationship, or clinginess. Everything is going fine in your home. Everything is good as long as both of y'all are at home. When somebody leaves and then you're mad, that's a problem. That is a problem that you got to get fixed. Nobody, I don't care how much they love you, they don't want to be under you 24/7. It's gonna cause problems, and each other 24/7 is gonna grow old. You've got to both of you have a relationship, or I'm sorry, you've got to have a life outside of your relationship, outside of your marriage, outside of your connection. You cannot lose yourself in a relationship or a marriage. It's going to be all you know. You cannot do that. And I talked to someone actually just last week about this same thing. Everything fine in the home until they wanted to go somewhere, and now their partner is mad, and then eventually they don't even want to go because they know their partner gonna trip. That is a problem you've got to work on and try to get it fixed. Cleanliness is not good, and also being codependent. You depending on a person for every single thing. Do not lose yourself in a relationship. You cannot. You can't afford to do that. Have your own backbone. Don't lose yourself in it. And if you lose yourself, go get him or her back. And honestly, and I was able to give that advice last week to somebody. But had I been where I still been in my relationship, been in my marriage, I wouldn't be able to. But I've learned about myself. I was able to sit still, look at myself, and take accountability. Know what I need to work on for me. That's gonna make me better for the next person that I'm with, or the next person that God sees fit. I was able to look at myself and take accountability. You care who you are, man or woman. Um, So don't get lost in these relationships, y'all. I lost myself. I lost my girl. I lost y'all girl Kina, but I got her back. Bam. Oh, accountability is me learning and knowing I was super codependent. I'm sorry. Nobody had to tell me when it ended for me that I was codependent. I Nobody had to tell me that I couldn't make it on my own. Lord knows I've already told y'all. I didn't think I would make it with my two kids. Lord knows, because I depended on them for everything. My happiness. That's wrong. That's irresponsible of me. I put my happiness in the hands of another. And when he walked away, ooh, I thought I wasn't gonna be able to function. But look at God, look at me. Whew. Oh my God. I had to find out why I had got that way though, why I was codependent, why I was clingy. And then I had to try to work on and fix it. That's where you've got to be. Hindsight. After it ended, that's when I could see everything clearly. Okay. So Tuesday night while I was working on this topic, this I was on this episode, but on this particular topic of codependency. Um, the little notifications on my phone popped up from my Bible app. And it was literally on codependency. So I know that was God. I don't really too much believe in coincidences. I was working on this episode right here. You got played. Now what, right? But I was literally typing about codependency, and this popped up from the Bible app. It said codependency. And I am on a lesson plan. Let me read it what it's something that stuck out for me. Um, Again, it comes directly from the Bible app. It says, overcoming codependency as a Christian involves recognizing that one's worth and value comes from God, not from their ability to meet the needs of others. It requires an understanding of the importance of setting healthy boundaries and practicing self care. Ooh, that's a word. That is a word. And that word, ooh, that's meant for me. Overcoming codependency as a Christian involves recognizing that one's worth and value comes from God. At one point, I knew that, but I wasn't living by it. I knew, but I didn't know. Like deep down, that inner knowing. That is a word. That's a word, y'all. So, if you were played, y'all, it's very unfortunate. I hate it. I've been there. If you were played, it's very unfortunate for you. But like they say, it's sad, hard truth. You are not the first. You will not be the last. And I hate it, but it's all in your mindset. It is all in your mindset. If you want to get over it, if you want to overcome it, you will. And ladies, before I get out here, I need you to hear me real good when I say this. Please know, anytime you have to check a woman about a man, anytime you have to um, woman to woman, another female about a man, anytime you have to fight over a man, anytime you have to Barbara, this is Shirley, a woman over a man, it's not worth it. You've already lost. I know that's harsh, but that is true shit. Do not go to no woman about something that should have been yours. Oh, I hope y'all caught that one. It's not worth it. You just have to know that you can do better. You have to know that you can do better. If not, you're going to keep getting it. Some heartbreaks take longer than others, but simply knowing you, it'll make all the difference. Period. Understand, like I'm gonna keep preaching, it's your mindset. There's a blessing in every lesson if you choose to see it that way. There is a blessing in every lesson. So just pretty much if you choose to see it that way, you've got to see it that way. Your mindset is everything. Without this test that I've gone through, y'all, I wouldn't have known that I was this strong. I would not have known that. It's not just a saying, I truly mean it within my heart. I would not have known that I was this damn strong. I didn't have a choice but to keep going and keep my head up. And somebody out there, you've got no choice as well. I'm gonna keep on going, and you gonna keep on going too. Keep your head up and keep pressing. This right here, it did not kill me. It truly made me stronger. It made me wiser. It made me more equipped. You can, you can, you will get there. You just gotta keep going. You gotta keep moving. I'm done. I love y'all. I don't know what happened just then. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I don't know what happened just then to all my little views, but hey, who in here? Y'all, while you're here, I don't know what happened just then. I know at one point it looked like 12 of y'all was in here. If you are here, give me a like, please. If you feel the need to subscribe, do that for me as well. I appreciate it. If you are following on the podcast sites, I'm on a bunch of them: Spotify, Amazon, Google, Overcast, Apple Podcasts. It's a bunch. Um, I ask that you follow the show, leave a rating as well. Again, if you're following on any of those podcast sites, please leave me a rating and a review. I greatly appreciate it. Let me see who in the comments. Y'all still here? Say something. Ooh, I done got a little hot, y'all. I've been drinking a little bit. Y'all see my cup. If you a real, dang, I'm in the wrong place. If you are a real Kina girl or a Neek girl, this is my first book, y'all, that I wrote. Working on my second book. But anyway, let me speak. Y'all say hey or something. Tracy, you still in here? Hey, sis. Allison, thank you for coming by, my girl. Nicole, thank you so much. I always appreciate you, my girl. Ronna, I appreciate you for stopping by as always. Love down in them. That's it. C- What up, man? Tatum, what's happening? That's definitely gonna see this because woo child. It's growth. It takes growth, y'all. And just baby pray. I understand I know till you pray. My test will become a testimony. My mess will become a mess. Ooh, I need to get that on a shirt, Allison. Huh? My test will become a testimony. My mess will become a message. That's right. Had to learn that. I know one thing. I want my next relationship to be my last. This what kind of time I'm on, LaShawn. I promise you, I get it. Everybody that's saying they don't want nobody of their own, they are lying to themselves and to everybody else. It's those just bullshit. I don't care what nobody say. You want that one person, but it's a lot of folks out here who ain't hitting on shit, you know. But you can't help it. I just say keep going till you get it right. Look at God, sis. My good Keisha that made it to the light. Mm. Look at God. God is good, man, for real. Just okay. It don't look like nobody else commented. I appreciate y'all so much though, for real, for tuning in. Please, if you come back and watch this today, give it a share, give it a like, do all that good stuff. If you feel like somebody could use this, send it to them. Support your girl. I appreciate y'all. I'm gonna start subscription soon on Apple Podcasts and Spotify as well. If you are willing to spend a little money to hear me speak, I would appreciate that too. Um, so this was episode 8. We made it. I'm thankful to God for that. I'm thankful for y'all that support me. You don't have to, but you do, and I'm so thankful. So thank you for tuning in to episode 8 of Kena's Corner. I am your girl Kena, and I thank you sincerely for being here in my corner. I'm out. I'm signing out. I love y'all. Good night.